Hello there, family.
What's up?
I didn't see you there.
Hey, everybody.
And welcome back to another edition of the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
I am your host, Sanchez Crenshaw, and as always, I am joined by the absolute best part of my day.
That's him. That's me, guys. I said that's him.
That's what you said.
That's him. That's me, guys. That's me.
The apple of my eye.
I am.
The wind beneath my wings.
Yep, I am.
The rib.
I lift you up.
You do. You lift me. You lift me high.
I'm that kind of wind.
You that kind of wind.
I'm not gonna be wings no more. I'm just wind.
The rib that completes me.
I do, guys. It's completed.
The Jaleesa to my Glenn.
Different world.
There you go.
Come on, somebody.
There you go.
You try to stump me with Glenn. Try to stump
Colonel
me.
Tatum.
That's what you should have said.
Nah, I
Glenn.
wouldn't have done it. It was
But
easy.
something in my mind was like, girl, ain't too many Jaleesas you watch.
Yeah.
So different.
But no, it was Glenn Taylor was his
From
name.
where we come from.
Colonel Glenn Taylor.
What was the baby name?
Which one?
The oldest son. What's his
Terrence.
name? Terrence.
Terrence.
Then what was the baby name?
See, that now you got me on that one. Because I forgot they had a
You
kid.
don't know the baby. Are you really a trivia master?
No, because actually by that time, I had kind of really stopped. By the time they introduced that child from Jaleesa and Glenn, I kind of tuned out of a different world by then.
Okay.
So like.
You was only in there for, you know why you were there.
Oh, I'll tell the family why I was there. I will tell the family. And I say this with no shame in my heart. I repent for nothing. I will apologize for nothing.
Denise Huxtable.
My first crush,
Ever?
my first and consistent crush was Lisa Bonet, was Denise Huxtable.
Huxtable.
There is something just so brilliant
Yeah.
about Denise Huxtable.
loves her. He
I
loves
do.
her. He
I do.
loves
As a small child, I love Denise.
Yes.
I loved her escapades.
Not her
Her
escapade.
escapades.
Denise was everywhere.
Yeah, and then once she got her own show, and then I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
And then, but
She
once
still had escapades.
she still had escapades, and then once she transitioned off, it kept my attention for a little bit. But I have to admit, my love for the show waned after Denise left.
Yeah, I stayed for Whitney. You just never knew what the baby
Miss
was gonna
Gilbert.
do. Yes, you didn't know Whitney Gilbert.
Miss Gilbert.
You didn't know what she was going to do.
Quick question for you.
Yes, okay, I'm going. What's going on, family? What is going on, guys? I am Angela Crenshaw, guys. What is going
That is my wife, family.
on?
Family, that is my wife.
Hi, guys.
So, family, we just want to welcome you.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, family.
Hi, family.
For our new family members,
Yes.
however you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's iHeartRadio, on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com.
Yes.
We thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you, guys.
For our returning family members,
Return us.
you already know how we feel about you.
What's up? Now wait. Before
Oh, Lord, what's wrong?
Before our first time guests be like, wait a minute. We love you guys too. We adore you. We are so thankful that you guys listening to us however you got here. But just know this, that we love you and adore you. But remember, the way that you're a family is because you're listening. Number one. And number two, if you come back, you are a returner.
If you listen again, you're a returner.
Come on now. It's all for you. It's all for you.
Janet said it best. It's
all for you.
Okay, that's all I can do without getting copyright.
Yeah, that's
That is
it.
my song. I do not.
It's all for you. Yeah, that was 4. We didn't
that's all I can do.
So we good. We good.
So, family, thank you for listening. Thank you for being
Yes.
here. And once again, however you're listening, we thank you so much. And once again, our returning family members, you know we love you.
Yes.
And then also, we welcome to the cookout.
Yes.
Make sure you bring some aluminum foil so you can what back?
Take something with you
So you can
guys.
take something with you.
Aha moment, different perspective, an idea,
A nugget, if you will.
a Crenshaw gem,
Yeah,
jewel.
we just love
gem.
you.
What am I saying? Gem
I
or
don't
jewel?
know.
Yeah,
Both.
I like it. I
You
like
know.
it both. I like them both.
You like them both?
I like them both. Yeah.
And then also, family, we consider ourselves an interactive podcast.
We are.
Which means we can be found on the socials.
Yes.
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on
Facebookers,
Twitter. All
and
on the Crenshaw
Don't try to do it
Corner.
fast.
I'm doing it fast. I'm doing it fast.
Family, we are Instas because we on Instagram. We are Bookers because we on Facebook. And we are Tweeters because we on Twitter.
None of those
What's
words are
Twitter?
actually words.
Like what's
None
a
of those
tweeter?
are labels. My
Why did I
wife is
say
just
Twitter?
making up stuff as she goes
I
along.
enjoy it. I haven't said it in a while, and I just want the family to know. If you hanging with us, it's what you do. That's all. I'm just saying. Okay.
You can email us at any time.
You an emailer.
At the Crenshaw Corner.
You an emailer if you email us, guys. Yes.
And then also, we're on the tubes of you.
Yes.
We're on YouTube. We do have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Where you can actually go watch some of our midweek moments.
Yes.
And some moments that we do and some thoughts that we have and watch the Crenshaws.
As we learn how to be on YouTube.
As we learn how to be on YouTube.
Because I know you might look at the day and be like, what the last
still haven't
time,
perfected that thing yet.
We're trying to get it right for you guys. We're trying to get it right.
Everything for the Crenshaws is a work in progress. Yes. We're learning as we go.
Our marriage is a work in progress.
Every day.
Every day.
We're learning as we go.
We are,
However,
seriously.
Please go to the YouTube channel. It's the Crenshaw Corner. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the videos. Make sure you comment on the videos.
Yes.
Engage in the videos. Share the videos. Click the notification bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded.
Yes.
And family, we just love you. We thank you.
Yes.
Now, family, I have to be so honest and transparent with the family.
Be honest with the family.
I honestly have no idea what's about to happen, because the topic that for new family, if you're not aware how we do things, so there's no script.
Nope.
There's no show notes.
Nope.
We may decide on the actual topic itself.
Yeah.
My beautiful wife, actually, she does the content, so she comes up with the topic, the questions.
We don't discuss it.
Yeah, but we don't discuss it. She'll tell me, okay,
mic.
So, babe, so today we're going to discuss marriage, and that's all she'll give me. And then, but she won't tell me what avenue we're going. She won't tell me what questions. She won't tell me anything until we actually get on the mic.
Yeah, it's better that way.
Yeah, well, this particular episode, I don't even know the topic. I don't know I'm honestly, family, like you, I am going in blind to this episode. I have no idea what my wife is about to say.
It is Freedom Friday, guys.
What's
up, Freedom Friday? And of course, if you've been with us long enough, you know Freedom Friday, it can really go anywhere.
It can go left very quickly.
It can go anywhere, right? It can go.
It really can.
But we're gonna do well. We're gonna do well.
Gonna do well?
Yes, because I have something for you.
What you got for me?
So I was listening to Jay Shetty. Are you familiar with Jay Shetty?
I am not familiar with Jay Shetty.
Guys, look him up as Jay Shetty.
I know Jay Marinati.
You know what? And this is why we don't do this.
He's a sports writer.
But his last name is spelled Shetty.
Okay.
Well, Jay Shetty used to be a former monk when he was 22 years old.
Like a Buddhist monk?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a Buddhist monk.
We've had this conversation.
We did. But see, I don't want to be a Buddhist monk for religious purposes. I just like the fact that they take vow of silences and people respect that. And they can go days, months, years without speaking.
Yeah.
And they respect that. Because when I try to do a vow of silence, nobody respects it. So that's all. That's all I had to say.
You okay, baby?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, great.
I'm through.
Just anything else?
No, I'm done. I'm through.
So I won't get into his whole life, but he was a former monk. He was a monk at 22 years old. He has a podcast called On Purpose, and I listen to everybody. I am a huge podcast, so I know you might say, "Oh, she's a Christian." Let it go. I listen to everybody for finances, purpose, everything, because I believe that everybody has a thought process, and everybody might have something to say.
Yeah, everybody brings something to the table.
Exactly. And so just check him out. It's called On Purpose. Again, is Jay Shetty. People love him. He talks about living on purpose, living your life, being your best person, being silent, because he talks a lot about being silent, being quiet, knowing your priorities. Well, this particular one he talked about, it's like something about the 8 habits of a happy or successful couple. Basically,
the 8 habits of a happy and successful couple.
Right?
Okay.
But I didn't do. We're not talking about the 8 habits, but there was one particular idea that he put out there that I was like, wait a minute, and he was like. He just said he was just giving a sample, but the sample was so good, right? Okay. And he was just saying how.
So this is going to be a sample conversation.
A sample conversation.
No, let's do it.
And so he was talking about. One of the things that successful couples do is they prioritize things, right?
Okay.
And so there's 7 days of the week, right?
7 days.
And so they prioritize. Why I can't say that? Can you say that word?
Prioritize.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't think I said that right.
It was sexy the way you said it, though.
Thank you.
It was sexy.
So we're going to talk about 7 different things, right?
Okay.
For 7 different days of the week.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. I'm with you.
So this is what he said. So I want to tell you. He said, when you're married, it is do this so you don't get bored.
Okay.
Do this so you have more communication. Do this because so you can miss each other. Do this so you can love each other.
Right.
Do this. So he was just saying just to stay in tune, right? And I was like, we do some of this, but not all of it, right?
Okay, talk to me.
And in the 22 years that we've been married, so the first thing he said, 22 years almost, right? In February. So he said the first thing is you should have one night to yourself. I knew you would love that. I was like, he would just love it.
Hold on, like one night where collectively it's us, or like one night individually it just belongs to me?
That one night belongs to you.
Oh, Lord, can we put that at the top of the list?
One night belongs to you to do whatever you want to do. If you want to talk, you talk. If you don't want to talk, you don't talk. But your significant other has to respect it because that's your night. If you want to go play bowling or you want to stay in the house and you want to play the game or whatever, it is just your day to yourself. He said, because we give so much to the world. We give so much to corporate America, working and all of those other things. But sometimes it's just good to have one day to yourself to decompress.
Okay.
And not feel bad about it.
Right.
Or your significant other making you feel bad about it. But that because he said that this should be a system in your marriage, right? And we're really good about systems, and there should be a strategy for your marriage. And I was like, this is interesting. I said this first one. He said, I said, Sanchez is so excited already before he even hear it.
No, I am.
But he was like, really decompress. What do you think about that for the first one night out of the week for you to decompress and just everybody in the family knows this is Sanchez's day. People won't call you anything. They know this is your day. How do you feel about that?
I actually am a fan of that. And I'm a fan of that for a couple of different reasons. Not just because by nature I'm an introvert and I really, really don't look to engage in conversation all the time, but from a mental health standpoint. And I think that for the longest time, we haven't given the proper what's the word I want to use? The proper spotlight, for lack of a better term, on mental health and really what mental health is about. And I think that we all deserve that time. Like you said, the perfect word you used was decompress, because the average person, especially if you're in a marriage, especially if you have kids, there's so much that comes at you during the course of a day. Let's not even extrapolate that in a week or a month or a year. Just on a daily basis, there's so much that comes at you that just having a moment to just, even if it's just to breathe. Because a lot of us spend so much of our day holding our breath. Because we forget to breathe.
Because we're doing so much.
And we will go through that day and you look up and you just realize, I haven't eaten today.
Yeah, the day is gone. We've done that before several times.
I haven't used the bathroom today. I haven't even had a sip of water today. And there's so many of us that go through that. And to just have that moment where nothing is required of you, where you can just, and like you said, you can do something or not do something.
It's your choice.
It is your choice. And I think there's so many husbands, there's so many wives that need that moment. And I'm going to speak on behalf of women for a moment. There's so many mothers that need that moment because they feel like they feel so overwhelmed, and they feel
every hour, every minute is filled up.
Every hour, every minute, every moment is occupied by something or someone. So to have that moment to be able to do it and not feel guilty.
That's what I was going to say.
And not feel ashamed or not feel bad about taking this moment to yourself.
Or not feeling like you have to perform.
Or not feeling like you're letting the family down. If you're not available at every minute, every moment. I think there's so many people for their own mental health, not even talking about the health of their marriage. But their own mental health that needs that.
I think what I like about it too is the fact that he said it's a system that you put into your marriage, which means that, let's say Angela knows that Monday is Sanchez Day. Ain't no sense, ain't no beef, ain't no nothing, because we already know that that's your day. We already know Wednesday is Angela's day, right? So there's no beef and there's nothing, because we already know that that's part of the dynamic in the system of doing whatever. You come from work and do whatever you want to do, and there's no need of making that person feel guilty, because you've sat down, you've communicated, this is what we need.
And you've worked out this scheduling.
And you worked out the scheduling on that, right? It's kind of like for our life. Everybody knows Wednesday is our grandson day.
That's Pooh Day.
That's Pooh Day.
It belongs to nobody but him.
It belongs to nobody but him. We don't do nothing with nobody. We don't go nowhere with nobody. We just
Don't
hang out
look
with
for us.
Pooh.
Don't
look
call
for
us.
and don't call us because it's Pooh Day, and that's been like that since he was born. So how is that crazy that we do it for Pooh, but we won't do it for ourselves, right? And again, not feeling guilty about it,
right?
And not being like, okay, your day means no, I'm not doing no dishes, I'm not taking no phone calls, I'm not cleaning nothing, I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna just sit here and read this book. But the fact that the entire family, because we don't have little kids, right?
We have adults,
but it's just us. But for ones who do have a spouse or whatever, like, this is my day, which means the kids belong to you.
Right.
This is my day, and respect it and be excited, because if you got a day, my day is coming.
But also, with that being said, before we move on to the next one, understanding that each person cannot be selfish,
right,
in this, and this conversation is going to be more, and I'm going to be a little stereotypical for a moment, because I know every male and every man does not fall into this category, but I'm going to be stereotypical just for a moment. For this to work effectively in the marriage, it takes for both parties not to be selfish. I don't care that you just spent 10 hours in the office. I don't care.
Yep.
When you come home, the kids are yours.
Yep, it's her day.
It's her day.
It's her day.
The kids are yours.
Yep.
Their dinner, their bedtime, their bath, their whatever their routine is for the day.
It's yours.
Is yours.
Yeah.
Because first of all, it should not be all on her anyway.
Right.
Because she didn't make these kids, and everybody's heard this before, she didn't make these kids by herself. So for you to use the excuse, well, I'm the breadwinner, and that's why I can't. Sir, that's that BS, because you make time for stuff that's important to you.
And this is going to be important.
You make time to tailgate with the guys. You make time to go golfing. You make time to go hunting. You make time to go fishing. You make time to go in your garage. You make time to work on the car. You make time to go bowling. You make time.
Right.
You make time for your fantasy football team, your fantasy basketball, your fantasy hockey.
Right.
You make time.
Right.
So I don't want to hear, oh, well, I work this many hours, and so I can't take the kids for 2 hours.
Right.
I don't want to hear that.
Because when we say her day, that means the entire day.
Yeah.
So if you both work and come home, when you come home, it's her day. Same thing, and ladies, it's vice versa with you. When he come home, since you know it's his day, he's not going to engage with the kids and be, hey, babe, how was your day? No, it's his day. Now, if he chooses to do that, that's fine. But if he chooses to go in that bathroom and hide, it is his day. No kids knocking at no door. Ain't no asking no questions. So any questions that you have, ladies, you need to call him before he's get home and ask those questions. Matter of fact, don't even call him. If his day on Wednesday,
for the next day,
you better ask him on Tuesday. If it's on Wednesday, you might want to ask him the next day. So we have to have the mutual respect for each other to decompress and have it as a like he said, like a system that the whole family will come around, you know? So it's important. So the next thing he said was after that, that's day one.
Okay.
Then take 2 days for you as couples to be with 2 days to be with collective friends, which I thought was really cool. Like us, we have an e-group on Tuesdays.
Right.
So we're with a group like about 10 couples. There's a lot of couples
It's
in
a
our
lot of
e-group.
us.
But he was saying you need to have 2 days to be with collective friends, right? Because you have experiences with them, you have your expressions with them, you see how other marriages go, and you need that. So maybe you go to your e-group one day, and then the other day you may find a couple that you want to go to dinner with or invite them over or a game night or whatever. But he was like 2 days of that. He said, because, and I was when he was saying it, I was adding, because you have to break up the week. The week is so bogged down all the time. Whenever we do something like that on Tuesdays, is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's like, wow.
It breaks up the monotony.
And we do get to laugh with other couples and learn from other couples. I'll bet we learn so much from other couples. Like we have an incredible 15 couple teams. It's 15 couples, and they have taught us so much. And so, and it actually, we come back Tuesday nights home energized, right, for our marriage.
Because what it does also, and I like that idea as well, introducing additional adults into the mix.
Yes,
it gives you something different, not only to do, but to discuss.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when you're with your spouse all the time, especially when you have kids, you find yourself having the same conversations.
He said that
over and over again.
He said you're boring.
Yeah.
He said y'all are boring.
You're boring because your conversation consists of, especially if you work in two different places or if one spouse works and the other one doesn't. I mean, the basic conversation goes, how was your day?
How was work?
How was work? How was your day? What did you do? What did you do today? What did John say today? So you get through those conversations.
Did you get fired today?
You know, you get through those conversations, and then you move into the kids. You know, what did the kids do today? How were the kids? And then your conversation goes
did the
from
school stuff.
Yeah, the school. And then you go into, what do you have to do for the next day? Or if you're anything like my wife, somehow finances get brought into the mix. You know, you're sitting there talking about
do that.
I'm just saying, you're sitting there on the back porch looking at the squirrel that's running by. Next thing you know, she started talking about finances.
Because squirrels start putting stuff away for the winter.
We're not gonna do
and
that.
So it just generates with me.
Yeah. But if you we're not gonna do that with you. Not gonna do that.
Because we could do it right now.
No, we're good.
Okay, we good.
I'll turn off the microphones.
Okay.
But when you introduce those additional couples, those additional adults, now you're introduced additional conversation.
Yes.
Now it's a different conversation that you're having.
Right.
And if it's anything like the couples we're surrounded by,
oh my goodness,
something's going to come up, or something's going to be said that's going to spark within us.
Yes.
That say, you know what? That's a conversation we haven't had.
Yeah.
Or that's a conversation we haven't had in a while.
Yes. Or the fact we should try what they did. Like did that work for y'all?
Yeah.
Oh, we trying it. It just sparks in your marriage, because he was like, oh my God, y'all so boring.
Yeah.
Happy couple. He said this is what he's seen. It doesn't mean it's written in stone. And he was just giving a sample of what to do. But I just like his sample of what this is what happy couples do, because to keep joy and spark in their life, we're not the marriage is not an island to itself, y'all.
It's not.
Please bring some friends. Have some friends.
And understand that I don't care how much you love a person, because no one loves their wife more than I love mine. But every once in a while, I get bored in the marriage.
Yeah, and bored in the conversation.
Yeah, and bored in the conversation.
Bored on the TV.
And I know every once in a while she gets bored too.
Yeah.
Because like we said, even though we're having conversations, but the topics are the same conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we introduce the 14 to 15 additional couples. And then our group leader say something out the way. And now, there we go.
The dad jokes is where he
the dad jokes.
The dad joke is, the wife, I love her. That's my girl.
Right.
But the husband, my boy,
the dad
jokes kill me. Yeah.
I love his dad jokes.
We love him. I know you do, because I can't take it. So this is what he said too. He said, okay, now we got 3 days out the week cleared away, right?
Right. So
he said,
hold on, just recap. So 1 day out the week is a
night to yourself.
It's a night to yourself.
Yes.
2 days out of the week, it's introducing couples.
Yeah, go out, have a couples night. Go have a game night collectively with other couples. Yeah.
So that's 3.
That's 3 days right there.
Yeah.
3 days locked in.
Well, technically it's 4, because each couple gets a day.
No. One night to yourself, 1 for e-group, and 1 if we bought a collective couple. So that's 3.
But doesn't each couple get a day? No. They're not going to take the same day. They're not going to take the same day.
But you don't have to have 2
Am I
couples
doing?
at the same
am
time.
I overthinking this? Okay, now I'm a hush. I'm a hush.
Because you just
3. We're on 3.
We on 3.
We on 3.
You need my paper.
No, I'm good. We're on 3.
Let me slide it to you, because they're not going to know I'm sliding it to you.
No,
baby. You want me to slide?
That's right. 3 days.
Okay, 3
we're
days.
On day 3.
Okay, and then the next thing he said, then there's 3 days, right? That is you as couples being together, right? So for 3 days, that belongs to y'all. So he said, for instance, 1 day could be like date night. Go ahead and pin it in, because I think pending in date night is important. I'm serious. So the next thing he said, then the next thing should be a hobby or something that y'all really like to do.
Hobby together.
A hobby together.
Right.
He said something like dancing or whatever. Now, when we used to do salsa dancing, we had a trophy. Y'all. We did a salsa competition. We won a trophy.
We won first place.
Yeah. Shout out to the Robbins family for that.
I still don't know. I still don't know how we won.
I don't know either.
Because I can't sauce no up.
But we did that thing.
We did it.
My hips didn't lie, baby. My hips.
I had on my Western vest.
You had a Kango on.
You dressed me.
I did dress you.
You did.
You had all black.
I'm gonna stop letting you dress me too.
You had a Kango. You had on a silver glitter vest.
Yeah, I really did. I did.
Yes, and I had on a black dress with silver.
Yeah.
Yes, my hips didn't lie, baby.
Your hips never lie. It was fun though. It was really fun.
So he's talking about, salsa dancing, something doing as a hobby outside of your crib. Right. Get up out the house. So these are all get up out your house, right? Date night, go out your house. The second one is doing something with a hobby as well. And then he said, do one, dream big as a couple. Right. So I added my own because he was like, number three is dream, stay together, maybe go out to dinner, whatever, and then dream big for your marriage, dream big for your family, have a big idea. But I wanted to put that maybe we should do a bucket list. Okay, let me pump right there. Bucket list as a couple, baby, because bungee jumping we're not gonna do it. I just wanted to put that out there.
Then you're already taking the fun off the table.
No, wait, and I'm also not gonna skydive, and I'm not gonna do the racing thing, the racing track thing.
Oh, the race car. Yeah, I still.
Yeah, so that's all. You see that day, individual day, that's you all day.
Do
that's
that on
you
my individual day.
on your individual day. But
somebody gonna let me drive a stunt car. Somebody gonna let me be in the movie as a stunt car driver.
He's speaking. It's gonna happen for you. It's gonna happen for you, baby. And so he was like a daydream day, that you daydream about your future, what you're gonna do, future trips, future things. But I want to add a bucket list to that as well, that you have this bucket list for your marriage, it could be something simple. It don't have to be deep and complicated, but you do have this bucket list for your marriage and things that you want to do.
Can I add something to that real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to stay with the couple's hobby and the date night. And I just want to remove an excuse off the table real quick. You can do date night on a regular basis and be economically sound doing it and financially sound doing it. Everything doesn't have to cost money. Taking a walk together does not cost money.
Come on now.
Going to the park does not cost money.
Come on.
Doing a picnic, usually in your home.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost money.
Yes.
If you live near a beach, taking a walk along a beach or a nature trail or a mountain hike, those things does not cost money.
Yeah.
Putting a blanket down in your backyard at night and just looking at the stars together.
Yeah.
That does not cost money. So I want to remove that excuse from the couples now saying, well, I would love to have a date night, but I would love to have a date night, but our finances won't allow. Also, every area has a on the cheap. Like we're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Right. Charlotte has a Charlotte on the cheap. I'm pretty sure everywhere. Houston on the cheap, Atlanta on the cheap. I'm pretty sure
cheap.
Yeah.
Idaho on the cheap.
Idaho on the cheap. Golf stand on the cheap.
On the cheap.
I'm pretty sure Moscow on the cheap. I'm pretty sure
there's a
on the cheap. Everyone. Do your research. It's going to also, to be an effective couple, it takes work.
Yes.
So everything is not just going to come to you. So you actually is everything, all the fun is not just going to come to you as you're sitting on your couch. So you have to do a little research. So look into it and find out what is free in your area.
Yeah. One of the things that we just recently did, which was so out of the box for us, I guess she's our other mom. She is our other mom. She gifted us a gift.
Yes.
And I had been speaking about it, but she gifted it to us. And she was like, you guys go. We went to, here in Charlotte, we went to the Van Gogh Experiment.
Yeah.
Is experience?
Is it
the Van Gogh Experience?
Yeah, the Van Gogh Experience.
It was like 45, 50 minutes.
Yeah, Vincent. And for those who are not familiar with what we're saying, Vincent Van Gogh, the painter.
Yes.
There's a beautiful exhibit that was done here in a warehouse.
Yeah.
And I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, and what it is interactive. It's with his paintings on the wall moving and creating and I can't even explain it, but with music and lights, the floor changes, the walls changes, the floors change. You're sitting in these seats quietly, just sitting there, and you're in the light, and when you cut off the lights, you can see people sitting, but it's a circle on the floor around where you're sitting. We've never done it before.
It was a totally interactive, it was a totally interactive experience, just in being engaged. Yeah,
it was one of them. We had never did it before, and I had heard about it. I was like, this would be good, especially something different for us, because we've went to museums and things like that. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
But this was different, and it was one of the greatest experiences. It was so good to just sit. Literally, you didn't hear anyone talk. It was so amazing and so incredible that everyone sat in silence and was just like taking it all in. And that was a phenomenal experience.
I'm going to get you to go to an opera with me.
I will go to an opera. I've only been twice in my entire life. We should just try it just to see.
No, I love opera.
Do you really?
Yeah, I love opera.
Have I met? How long we been married?
21, almost 22
years. And we had
the
opera conversation before.
Yeah, you told me you would never go.
Oh, yeah. Because I went one time with your sister twice, but I've been with one with your sister, and it was Romeo and Juliet. I just wanted to throw myself. I just wanted to throw myself off the balcony. I was like, what? But anyway, yes. So absolutely yes.
We're going to find a symphony. We're going to go to the symphony.
Yeah, just try things. Let's just see what happens. So that's okay, baby. That's one. Add your days, baby, because I see.
It's fine, baby. I'm doing your numbers. I'm doing your math.
So now, do you confer that that's 6 days?
That's 6 days. I concede that that's 6 days.
To the 6 days. And then the last day is for you to have individual days with your own personal friends.
Okay.
Go hang out with your girls. Go hang out with your guy friends because you need that, right? Because you talk to each other so much, but now go hang out with. That doesn't mean you're going to be talking about me per se, unless you just need to.
Right.
But go have fun with your guy friends, and I go out with my girlfriends one day out of the week. And here's the thing: I know people are gonna be like, okay, so you want us to do this every single week? Do it work for you. If you can do it the whole month, do it the whole month. If you can't, do it 2 times out, like 2 weeks out of the month, but just do it. Don't do it 1 week out of the month. There's 4 weeks in a month, guys. Yeah. So at least entertain doing it 2 weeks out of the month. Seriously.
And like everything, don't just go, 100% into it. Mm-hmm. Everything you have to do baby steps.
Yeah, gradually.
Maybe start with the 1 day out of the week. Maybe start with the individual time, or maybe start with the date night, or maybe start whatever you start with.
Yeah.
But just start.
Yeah.
And because what happens is, once again, I like saying things about marriage that I feel like nobody says or people are scared to say. Mm-hmm. And once again, as much as we love each other, as much as we mean to each other,
as sexy.
much
I adore him.
as marrying, there's 2 things, the best 2 things I have ever done in my life, and in this order. When I gave my life to Christ, and then when I married Angela. Those are the best 2 things in life I've ever done. And so,
and get over yourself. That don't mean to let a kid, y'all. Let it go. That's not what we're talking about.
No, but the kids down on the list though. As much as the kids, see, first of all, kids are always after his wife. It should all.
Because they're gonna leave us.
Because kids leave.
They leave us.
Your order in a marriage when you have kids should always be
God,
wife, your spouse, kids, everything else. It should always be that way.
Please let that be your order.
I told my kids at a very young age, before that's your mama, that's my wife. My wife come before your mama. And you ain't gonna mistreat my wife. My wife come before you.
Right.
So you need to understand that. Because once again, everybody's raising their kids to leave.
Right.
That is the purpose.
That's the aspiration.
That's the aspiration, and the goal is to raise those kids in a way where they can be self-sufficient, self-contained, move out of your home, and go about their life and their business, starting families of their own.
Right.
So if I invest all my time in my kids and don't invest anything into my wife, when my kids leave, now I'm married to a whole stranger out here.
So you saying you never liked mustard?
Yeah.
The entire time. Now we've been married 40 years. You didn't like mustard. And here's for us, while we know that kids leave, we're going to try this with y'all one more time. Our children are 36, 34, 28, 24. These jokers don't know us. I call them, they say I'm harassing them. I be calling just to check on them. Yes, Mom. Okay. So trust me, we knew they were leaving. We were not going to be strangers to each other. Not that we don't adore and love them and will do anything for them, but we come first, because them jokers, the moment they got a girlfriend and a boyfriend, they forgot our name.
And what I was not going to do is spend 20 years with a stranger, spend 30 years with a stranger. That's what I wasn't going to do. But what I was going to say is that
I said that because I know people. I know them.
But I don't care how much in love you are or love your spouse. Everybody needs a break every once and again, because we are humans. We are human. And the fact that we're married does not negate the fact that we're human. And the fact that we're married does not negate the fact there's things individually that we need for our own growth, our own health, our own spiritual health.
Absolutely.
Everything I do cannot incorporate my wife.
Right.
Everything she does cannot incorporate me. There has to be time, because the only way we could ever miss each other is that we have to be away from each other.
And I want to be able to surprise him and show him something different. And sometimes, if we're only doing it together, I can go with other ladies who are married, and I have single friends, and they give me these ideas, and I'm like, girl, what the? Girl, I'm going to try it. There has to be some zest and some spunk in your life. You have to break up this day-to-day stuff. It is boring. We say it all the time. It's like, it's boring. And I love y'all, but okay. We can't go out to eat every day. We can't go out there. We have to add something extra into that for health reasons and for our mindset and for us to be strong. And as you get older, you want a strong mind. And the only way that works is you got to be shaking and moving and doing stuff, and how you keep a strong marriage. So when he put this out here, I was like, absolutely.
And I go back to one thing that we always talk about and we always say. This starts with a conversation.
Absolutely.
This starts with each person coming, first of all, having an honest conversation with themselves to find out what's missing, what do they need,
right?
What's really going, where are they?
Yeah.
Where are they spiritually? Where are they mentally? Where are they emotionally? Where are they physically? Having that honest conversation with themselves, and then coming together as a couple, and having a vulnerable, honest conversation. Because also the only way this is going to work is that for this moment, your well-being has to be more important than my well-being for this moment.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because for this moment, the selfishness of, well, I don't want to give you a day, that means everything is left on me and I'm already tired. For that moment, I can't be selfish in that moment. For that moment, your well-being has to be more important than how I feel for that moment.
It has to be top priority.
It has to be top priority.
And it has to be important, because this is the person that you're planning on staying and living with and being married to for the rest of your life. So how is their mental capacity not important to you?
And then also, you have to be the type of person that your life that you're living with your spouse has to be trustworthy.
Yeah.
Because for me to feel comfortable, because let's be honest, for me to be comfortable with you going out with your girlfriends, single and or married, that means that you have to be living a life that to me shows that you can be trusted.
You don't have to be concerned about that.
That I don't have to be concerned with about it, and vice versa. And guys, for your wife to be comfortable, for you going out with your guy friends on a regular basis, whether they're married and or single, you have to live a life that shows your wife that she doesn't have anything to worry about when you're out.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean that you have to be what's the word I want to use? That you have to be what's the word I'm trying to? I don't want to say coward. I'm not looking at that. That's not the word I'm looking for.
I don't know, baby.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you have to be secluded and you don't do anything. But what it does mean is that you're not out chasing tail.
Did you say chasing?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to my grandfather's days.
You're
not out chasing tail. You're not out looking. You're not out looking at different women. You're not out seeking to be seen. That's not where you're out.
Right.
You're out genuinely just to have fun with your guys and to have a break from your mundane life.
Yeah.
And for that to happen and your wife to be comfortable, that means that you have to be living a life where she knows that's not even on the table.
Right.
Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And that's fine. And vice versa for the ladies as well. And what that takes is real communication. What that takes is real commitment, right? You know, it just takes for you guys to just really just talk about this thing. And again, like he said, it's putting a system in place for it.
Yeah.
Right? It's a strategy and putting a
Having
system
that
in place
conversation.
and having that conversation, because you be like, a system? Okay, let me tell you about the system. You have a system for them kids when they come home. They're gonna do their homework. After you do your homework, you do your homework with a snack. And after the snack is over, then go ahead and take you a little break. Then I'm gonna need you to take you a shower. Then I'm gonna need you to eat your dinner. Then I'm gonna need you to lay down. Your system is, so I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna get the kids together, I'm gonna make sure my husband is straight, I'm gonna get myself ready for tomorrow, and blah 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 blah. But that's a system. But we talking about a system that brings so much zest. And again, this is a sample. You can work this how you want to work it. It just felt good to me, and I wanted to share it. But a system that works, that brings zest, love, and fun into your marriage, not just like, hey babe, what you doing? All right, I'm gonna just watch something on TV. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But like there has to be some spunk and something in your marriage, and it just has to be fun. And so that's why I wanted to share this with you guys, and I want to share it with you, babe.
I like that.
So you want to recap?
Yeah, quickly recap.
You gonna recap?
Yeah. So you got what you need to do. So you need to have a night to yourself.
Yes, it's your favorite one right there.
One
night to yourself.
I'm gonna start with that one.
One night to yourself.
So you need to have a night to yourself. Mm-hmm. You need to have two nights with other married couples.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. You need to have a date night. Mm-hmm. So was it 2 nights or 3 nights? 3 nights was date nights.
Right.
So one of the nights is a date night. Mm-hmm. One of the night is a dream big, and the other one
is to do something like a hobby. Go dancing and do something. Do hobbies together. And then let me just stop you right there.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't mean that all of them have to be out the house, but at least 2 of them, y'all. Come out the house, y'all.
Get out your house.
Get out your house. But go ahead. I'm sorry, baby.
And then the last one is go out with your. I'm gonna simplify it. Go out with your friends.
Go out with your friends.
Individually, go out with your friends.
Yeah. That's 7 days.
That's 7 days.
That's 7 days.
What do you have a final thought for the family?
This is amazing. I think we should try it in court. I don't know how we'll do it. We'll sit down and make a system.
Yeah, but the crazy part,
I think it was really cool. And some of this,
most of them we're already doing.
We already do.
Yeah,
we honestly do.
There's still a couple more we got to incorporate. Yeah, but for the most part, we do it.
Yeah, but we do because let me see the individual.
Yeah,
we do.
You go out with your girls. A lot more than I go out with my guys.
Because this is so weird. Me and my girlfriends will do like more evening stuff. Sanchez and his guy friends do more morning.
Yeah, we're good for getting together and going
early
to breakfast.
Going to breakfast. So heck yeah. You have one friend that I love.
Just one?
You have a lot of friends that I love. But there's just one particular friend, Shane. He calls you all the time and be like, yo, let's go to breakfast.
That's my Brad Pitt.
He's that dude that's like, yo, I ain't seen you. I need to know what's going on with y'all to make sure your mind is right. And he will call you in an instant and be like, yo, he don't even ask you. Be like, yo, see you on Friday at 11. Tell your job you see them in a minute and come to breakfast.
That's the Brad Pitt of my life. I love that dude. That's my Brad Pitt.
And then you have the other ones that's like, yo, we getting together and we going to whatever. So it's not that you don't. It's just that depending on the time frame where me and my girlfriends, we also do the collective friends because like I said, we have e-group.
Yeah, we do.
So we with all the craziest couples that we can possibly find.
Oh, yeah.
So I love them. We don't have too much of a night to ourselves. So we need to work on that.
Yeah, we do.
We need to work on that one a lot.
You more so than me because when I try to have night to myself, you get mad.
I was gonna say that I'm the guilty party in that because I just love being with you, right? And so I just do. So I'm gonna work on that one. I'm just being transparent, guys. I'm just out here telling the truth. What else? Let's see. We do because we do go out to eat during the week.
Yeah.
We don't do hobbies together though. We do podcasts together. We don't do hobbies
together. We have to find a hobby that we enjoy together.
Yeah. Dancing was one of them. So we might have to go back to that or whatever. We do dream big because we have meetings. Right. So we do dream big, but we can do bucket lists now. That's why I said I like the bucket list better. I'm a little scared about what you would put on the bucket list. That's my concern.
You limit my stuff though because you're scared of everything.
I'm not. You
scared of everything.
Everything is jumping out of something or going so fast. I just don't want to do it.
That's the fun stuff in life.
But here's what we could do as a bucket list, those particular things, I'm your cheerleader.
What's your final thought?
I didn't get the together part.
What's your final thought? What's your final thought?
No, that was it. I think it's really good. I think it's something that we should try. I think, like I said, we're doing the majority, but we can push the boundaries a little bit more, babe.
What is your final thought for the family?
That was my final thought for the family. You didn't hear it?
So family.
Try it. Okay. I'm sorry. This is going to be a real, what Sanchez says. Hold on. What does my husband say? What does man say? It's going to be real simple.
Can you wrap this up, please?
It's going to be real simple. Try this, guys. Just try this. Just try it. Look at that. Look what I did. Go ahead. You go. Go, babe.
So family, my final thought is going to be just simply.
See, I told you. Did I say it the way you said it?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Go ahead, bro.
Family, right now you about to hear some rustling and tussling. If you do, just pray and move on with your life. My final thought, family, is stop the excuses. Your marriage is important. Your spouse is important. Stop letting any and everything come in between you and your spouse. Whether it's family, whether it's the kids, whether it's finances, whether it's insecurities, whatever, whether it's bad decisions, whatever it is, talk it out, have the conversations, but understand how important your marriage is, and understand that having an effective marriage takes work.
Oh my God, for the rest of your life.
Yeah, having an effective marriage, it sounds simple. But it's the most complicated thing in the world to do.
Yes, Lord.
Simply because of the work, everyday work. Because the thing about marriage, there is no days off. It's not like having a job where you can take PTO, you can take a sick day. Marriage doesn't work that way. Every day you have to work.
Yeah, and that communication is so important.
Every day you have to work. So just put the work in.
Put the work in, guys.
So family, as always, we thank you for listening.
Yes, we love you guys so much.
However you're listening, whether it's on iTunes, whether it's Podbean, whether it's Spotify, whether it's Amazon Music, whether it's iHeartRadio, whether it's Google Podcasts, whether it's on our own personal website at www.thecrenshawcorner.com. We thank you so much for being a part.
Yes, guys.
We consider ourselves an interactive podcast, which means we can be found on the socials. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, all in the Crenshaw Corner.
Yes.
And of course, you can email us at any time at thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Once again, thecrenshawcorner@gmail.com. Find us on YouTube, on the Crenshaw Corner channel. Like, subscribe, comment, share. You can find us all on Al Gore's internet. We're everywhere on Al Gore's internet.
Yes.
And family, as always, welcome to our journey.
We love you guys. Bye.